Hi, my name is David Hunter, and this is From the Abyss. This show I have been dreading to do. See, I can't even get words out before I start to cry. Let's just do this. The show is called The Cost. The cost of your behavior, the cost of your actions, the cost of your disrespect, the cost of you running, the cost of drugs, of alcohol, of talking back to your family, of throwing it in their face, the cost of not doing what you're supposed to, the cost of everything. I can sit here and I can say, oh, the monetary cost is unbelievable. I can say, oh, the financial cost of hospitals is skyrocketing from rehabs and kids trying to get sober and detox and yada, 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 yada. That's not the cost. I spoke to someone today and I cried. She told me the cost. I had something completely lined up different. It's not ready. It will be here soon. If there's one family or one person listening to this, it will be put together soon. It is a girl's bird's eye view of what happens to your children today and what to look for and how you might be able to stop them from going through 30 years of shit like me. Right now, your daughter's 13. She's always on her cell phone. You can't stand it. She just met somebody called Chad. Chad understands her. Chad gets her. Chad knows her parents are being unbearable and not fair and unkind. And Chad is going to take 6 months to a year befriending her. Slow at first, but it will pick up. At 14, she's going to send a nude pic to Chad. Oh, I haven't told you, Chad's 32. Now, she's smoking a little pot, drinking, causing a little chaos. Chad lives in her area. He made sure of that because he scopes the sites for that. For those teens posting how troubled they are, for love they desire, for emotionally how empty they are. Oh, he is sharpening his fangs and he is waiting for your son and daughter. At 15, you throw your son or daughter out, or they leave on their own. Guess who's waiting for them? Oh, they might go to their friend's house, but Chad's going to meet them. And Chad's going to pick them up, and Chad's going to take them to his house. Now, Chad's going to get your daughter drunk, smoke some pot high, and that night, your 15-year-old is sleeping with a 32-year-old. Let that sink in for just a fucking second. Your 14 or 15-year-old is sleeping with a 32-year-old man. Now, Chad's just getting started. Now what Chad's going to do is in a couple of weeks, a friend of his is going to come over. And he's going to say, hey, baby, I don't work. You don't work. We need some money. This guy's going to give you $300 just to show him a good time. You don't have to do anything. Just show him a good time. You touch him a little bit or something like that. Just get high with him and have fun. I'll be right next to you in the room. Okay? It's all right. I love you. I got you. Your family didn't love you. I do. She's going to do it. And then here's the thing. That night, she's going to get introduced to something harder. She didn't ask. She didn't look for it. She didn't say, I want to do something harder. But it's going to be there, and it's going to be cocaine probably. Let that sink in. Let this sink in. Chad's just getting started with your 15-year-old daughter. Because now, a month later, she's not snorting anymore, she's smoking it. And she can't sleep. So Chad's got the answer for that. It's called fentanyl. So now your 15-year-old daughter is booting fentanyl. Now Chad's going to take it to another level. And this is the level he had met when he met her at 13 or 12. A new friend's going to come by the house who's got $500 because she's 15. And she's desirable and she's young. And it's dirty. And that's what those pieces of shit's like. And she's going to cry, but he's going to say, baby, I'm going to be in the room right there with you when he does this. Don't worry, I'm going to boot you up real good. You're not going to feel a thing. You're not even going to like it. You might even want to do it again, huh? Yeah, that's my girl. Right. Now she's tricking. At 16, she's pregnant. Because Chad doesn't give a fuck when he does her. He doesn't wear a condom. And neither do any of the customers. Oh, these customers? 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, men. Shooting her up with dope. She didn't ask for this. But it's what happens. Sometimes, and I hate to say this, and you need to hear it, sometimes they do. Stop them. Listen to them. These kids are crying for you. They don't know what to do. They need you so bad. Fuck's sakes, meet in the middle of the way. He's hurting. You're upset. Meet here. Take blame out. It is possible. If that mother and father are lucky, they might see their daughter when she's 28, bruised, 3 kids, and torn up. If they're lucky. If they are, oh, and I mean this sincerely, if they are completely lucky, they might get her right back. But the damage is done. She's had men. She's had men inside her, raping her, damaging her. And she's going to be in therapy the rest of her life, and nobody wants to talk about this shit, so I do. This girl who's going to speak to all of you, because I'm not 17. I'm not 20. I'm 52. I only know what I know. She's going to speak to you, and you're going to listen. And she's going to tell you what it's like. And do you know what she told me today? The number one best way for you parents to stop your kids from using is know where they are. Make sure they're where they say they are. And if they're not, go searching for them. If they say they're going to Mike's house, call Mike's parents. You don't have the time? Well, what the fuck did you have kids for in the first place then? These kids need supervision today. Stop letting the phone raise them. Stop letting TV and music and movies. I get that you're working 2 jobs. I get that you're struggling. Everybody's fucking struggling. I'm struggling. Get over it. This is life or death. This isn't unicorns, fancy 12 steps, and rehabs for the rich and famous. This is 15 and 16-year-olds dying and overdosing out there, and I care. Why don't you? And if you care, make sure you know where they are. And if they don't like it, who gives a fuck? Throw them in the car, put them in the trunk like care. Keep them safe. Talk to them. The cost is everything. It's not money. It's not your soul. It's not pain. It's everything. will take everything from you and then even more that you didn't know you even had to give. And then it's still not done. You will do things you never thought you could, and I have. Some things I'll leave off here because I have to. If your kids are young, watch them. Make sure where they are at all times. If they're not at Mike's house, you fucking find where the fuck they are. And if they're drinking and smoking, talk to them about it. Don't yell, okay? Don't scream. Don't my house, my rules. I heard that shit too. It meant nothing to me. What did mean something to me was a rare occasion that my mother sat down with me, and this was rare too because she was no great mother, that she sat down with me and she said, how are you feeling? She didn't ask me what was wrong. She didn't say to me, you know, what do you do? She just said, how are you feeling? And the tears would pour. And unfortunately, she could only take a minute and would leave. That was my life. I pray you have a better one with your children. For the adults out there caught up, you know the cost. It doesn't matter what the fuck I say to you. You know what you're doing out there. You know what it's taken from you. Your children, your family, your parents, everything. And you're still going strong. You know what? I have been advocating for you. I have been speaking for you. I have been pleading for you. Now, grow the fuck up and take some responsibility for where you're at. Yes, maybe an uncle raped you and molested you, took advantage of you, but he didn't put a pipe in your hand. He didn't put a needle in your arm. You did that on your own to kill that pain. And you need to take a look at that and you need to turn it around. You are the only person who can save you. I have to say this really the right way. I don't want to go wrong. I pray to God. I believe in God. But God is not going to come down from the heavens while you're in some crack house sucking somebody's dick for a hit and take you out of there. You are. You got to do it. He might put a shelter down the road. Or she. I like she. He might put someone nice in your path. But he gave you free will. You have to take responsibility. I am so sick of victims out there. Everybody's a fucking victim today. I played that card for 30 years, and look where it got me. And to the smartass who just said it got you your show, F you too. It got me nowhere. Was I a victim? Yeah. I had a horrific childhood. You've heard it. Matter of fact, it seems that my video, What Do I Know, is the biggest hit. But although these things were done to me that I didn't ask, I was the one who took it to another level. I was the one who, instead of going to my family and scream at them and make them listen and get me help, I decided it was better to drink with my friends on a Friday night and meet girls. And that led to something, which led to something, which led to something, which led to something, which led to me one day out there selling my ass. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I am not ashamed to tell you everything that has been done to me and that I have done. Because I have freedom now through working hard on myself in therapy, for looking at myself, looking at my behavior, setting boundaries. I can't rescue the world. I really wish I could, but I can't. So remember this, the cost is everything. And if you're hard out there doing your thing, I can't change your mind. I can't. But if your son is 15 or 14, or your daughter is, I just might be able to get there in time before what happens to me happens to them. Do you want to know what's really going to happen to them one day out there? I've been debating about doing this with you all, but this is what happens someday out there. Let me show you. I know I'm standing up. I don't know if you can see me or not. That's okay. All right. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. All right? One day, your daughter or your son, who's 15 or 16, is going to run up on the wrong end of this knife. Okay? Or your kids are going to be the one holding it. Because you couldn't put differences aside and be there for them. This is the reality, okay? Not 12 steps, not flowery words. This is the reality. I have had this for so long, and this is what is waiting for your children, along with a lot of other things. And if you want that, I don't think you do. And I don't think they do either. So someone wake the fuck up out there and do something about it. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I put everything in these videos for you. I don't want any more 15-year-old kids out there. I don't want any more broken families. I don't want to hear my rule or the road anymore. I am putting my email address on this. If anybody sees this and needs help, please contact me. This is David Hunter from The Abyss saying, I try.